Alrighty. Let's just hope this is going well. So I finally decided to go back onto YouTube after a long while. Well, not so long, but definitely a while. 2 weeks to be in fact. Although I waited a month almost the other time. So hopefully this goes well. If you guys have any suggestions on obviously the vehicle color or anything like that, go ahead and say it in the comments. But if you don't, then just stick around with mine. Right now I'm just waiting a few minutes to find out if anything goes wrong with either my game or my stream, and hopefully it does not. So, another real fast thing, the intro, not the intro, sorry, the thumbnail of the stream is not the finished product of what I obviously made. This is not like a, oh yeah, alright, there's frame drops every once in a while, but other than that, the thing that you've seen on the thumbnail is not the finished product of the 2020 version Jeep. I made a Wrangler a while ago, and I wanted to make a video off of it, but it just did not work out. I don't know what happened with it. Every time that I pressed record, every time that I tried talking, it did not work. But I'll try making another one soon, so I could have another video. Another thing is VR content may be on a struggle right now because my computer is dying very, very fast. But other than that, I probably can get like bad phone type, like a phone deal, because I have the Oculus, so it's like whenever you film with it, it's like a phone kind of. I could probably get a little bit of that done. I could still do modded. It's just trying to run Beat Saber or Pavlov or Onward or stuff like that with OBS in the background. Both of them just do not mix. I also tried Twitch, and it also did not mix. Actually, I think Twitch makes it even worse with FPS and all that type of stuff. But other than that, I found like a map that I could use to see if I could actually play Beat Saber, and it actually makes the FPS a lot better because it's a very simplistic map. But other than that, let's get right back into the actual legit thing of the stream. We'll go back into where I believe this is the I forgot what it was, to be honest. I call it the 2020 pickup, Jeep pickup, but I forgot the actual name of it. Actually, let me real fast check that out. Oh, I have it in my Discord. I don't know what I'm doing. It is the Gladiator, the 2020 Jeep Gladiator. We will be making. I'll show you guys the Wrangler that I made, and I will be making again. But real fast, going right into the live. Uh-oh, that's not good. Black screen. Oh, that's right, I forgot to change over some things. Hold on, you guys won't see a black screen soon. I'm an idiot. I forgot to change this over right as I tried. Nah, wrong thing. Wrong thing. Wrong thing. Wrong thing. That one I did on purpose, by the way. That little hiccup. So I need to change this. And put... Alright. I have to go on here. Game capture. And... Here we go. Set on the wrong thing. See if this works. Yay! There we go. Now you guys can see the game. I don't know if it's grouped properly. Just real fast and check. It's off screen probably. I'm thinking for right now the vehicle is going to be red because that's the beginning photo. That's the photo that I showed you guys before. Oh, okay, it's fine. Perfectly fine. I'll show you guys the Wrangler real fast and then I'll get on to doing the actual Jeep. So, going through every single vehicle that I made so far. Is that it? Yup, right here. So here's the Wrangler that I tried so many times to record. I even have a little pushback of it. That's how I made this. And that's how I got the idea of making the 2020 Jeep pickup. Or the... I don't want to get it wrong, I'm not even going to say it anymore. But, so this is what I'm trying to get up at. You can see the big tire, muffler, all that type of stuff, all that good stuff. It's a all-wheel drive, so you have the drive shafts going back, front, whatever. I tried making this a lot, like this, turning a lot more jam-packed, kind of, so like everything is on top of each other, which is not ideal whenever you have so many bearings that it literally makes your game lag every 5 seconds after you drive it. But, yeah, so this is what I'm trying to get up at again. So you have a V8, well, you kind of just can't really see it, but, you have normal lights, high beams, then you have blinker left, blinker right, yada yada yada, door, and then you even have window wipers, which there is a back one as well, and then you have a shifter, which turns on the back lights. But other than that, get out, press this button, you got the hood. So this is exactly what is going to go into the 2020 version, only that what I'm basically going to do is I'm going to remake the full car, so this is going to be probably a three-part series, and kind of just remake a lot of the stuff on this Jeep onto that Jeep, and also do a little bit of upgrading, maybe a little bit of downgrading with some things, because obviously I can't have everything the same. But V8, I may make it a V6 only because apparently V6s are a wee bit better. I would not actually disagree with that. Oh, I don't have the horn. There we go. So those two little note blocks or tote blocks are obviously the horn. But yeah. So what I'm probably gonna do, I'm going to do exactly what I did with the what was it? I think it was the semi truck, the Kenworth. There we go. I'm gonna do exactly the same thing with the Kenworth and basically remake the Jeep, but on the same chassis as the Wrangler. Although I know that the 2020 pickup has a larger chassis long ways because it's a 4-door and not a 2-door like the Wranglers are. Well, at least this one is. So what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna shave off everything from the top, probably keep the front end, well, I'm gonna remake everything from the front end, like right here on, just so I actually have something to make, because I could just cut this off, copy and paste the front end, and then take off the back of the Jeep, and then there you go. But I'm gonna take off the whole entire body of the chassis, or I'm gonna take off the body from the chassis, and then it should obviously work from there. Also, like, I made also fuse boxes for everything now, except I'm just having it all jam-packed into the engine base, like I normally will. Yeah, so what I'm gonna do is cut this off right here. I'm going to cut this whole entire section off. This is also going to release the hood. But while that's off, I'm going to take off the chassis, or not the chassis, sorry, the body, and basically just throw this away. I don't need it. I only need the chassis, and then I'm going to move the chassis a little bit back and throw on another front end and basically make a bucket except of, or a back, or a tailgate, sorry, other than the, this thing right here. I forgot what it's called. And I'm probably also going to have another tire. And I don't know if I should have smaller tires or bigger tires. No, obviously not bigger. Either the same size or the smaller ones, because I could always downgrade the size of these fenders if I need to. Actually, let me check if there's what is it, off-road? That's big. And these are small, it gets bigger this way. So what is this? 2 times 5. What's the current wheel size? 3x7. Ooh. Okay, so these are, yeah, these are really small. To be honest, I think the 3x7 are a little bit better. Because they're bigger and they kind of look, I'm sorry, 1x3? That's so tiny! What would you use this for? Oh, I guess you could use it for a quad or something like that. Why is there an espresso machine? Coffee machine. I kind of want good looking rims on this because this is going to be different tire treads and all that type of stuff, but it's still off-road, so I'll use these as the main tire, and let's just start, I guess, deleting everything. I'm also wanting to make this a little bit more realistic by making the suspension in an actual legit location where it would make more sense, except for just hanging off the body like this, what it's doing right now, or chassis in this case. Except of doing that, it's actually like stationed in a location where it looks a little bit more realistic. Other than that, I am going to real fast just delete all the suspended pieces. It's going to make my game literally die almost. There we go. And then I think this is the only thing right now. Yeah, there it goes. And then the front falls off. This is the chassis. HU. Now we're just left with the chassis and the body. So now my plan is, ooh, I now just noticed that these are, wow, that's late notice. So I'm keeping the same engine possibly, but I'm also wanting to make it a V6 with twin turbos poking out a little bit, probably. I know how to do that. You can see the little toolbar. I could also just use the same back, cut off the top. Well, I don't really want to reuse anything. Except for the front, because the front is kind of unique on these trucks. Or on Jeep, anyway. Oop. There we are. I may get rid of the exhaust because it may go, it may just get in my way. I could have kept the front end intact. That doesn't necessarily matter. I'm gonna get rid of the exhaust because I need to make it larger anyway. So I'm just gonna cut it off from right here just because. Ooh. Oh, that's kind of awkward. I don't know now. Now I'm getting kind of what's it called? Now I'm getting kind of... it's not suspicious. Now I'm getting kind of worried about this. There we go. Because this is going to be a little bit harder than what I thought it was. But that's okay, because I like having a little bit of challenges when it comes to making something like this. Oh, I wish I made this a YouTube video. Not the stream, but the Wrangler. That would be so much fun. Also, you guys may hear me every once in a while just pop on my phone. It's only because of I'm checking chat every once in a while. Except of having to tab out of Scrap Mechanic, I can just go on to my phone and check chat that way. So if you hear my phone going or something like that, that's why. You. I'm gonna also delete this because I don't need it. So now the engine is gonna be free drive, but it doesn't necessarily matter once I delete this. It's only because there's obviously no wheels, so it can't go much anywhere. There's this. So should I pull the engine out and just make a brand spanking new engine for this? Nah. Ooh. Wait a minute. What is this connected? I guess this is connected via bearing there. Or it's getting held on by these grates, which is kind of weird because it's supposed to move. What are these for? What is this for? Hood. I'll just relocate that, I guess. And I'm going to need to keep the chassis, obviously. So that's going to be fine. Oh my god. I still can't get up. There we go. Now we can continue demolishing this car. There we go. Anything else that I have to delete before it gets too thin? Uh-oh, wait a minute, this is kind of weird. I am also going to just go up 2, so it's a little bit more realistic. Ooh, maybe I should just make this out of cardboard, so it can have crash physics. Nah, we don't need cardboard. Shoot. Now I'm thinking about that. Okay, so I'm gonna take out these doors real fast just because it's gonna be less stress on the game. I don't really need to worry about that. I don't do that right now. That's fine because it doesn't have a bearing. What else has a bearing? This has a take you out. You out and you out. So now everything that has a bearing except for the trunk and the hood is off the vehicle, hopefully. Just to kind of stop lag from occurring while I do this. So this is what I'm gonna take off of the chassis, and I'm gonna keep getting lower and lower and lower until it's just the bare bone of the vehicle, which in this case I can't really go too low and I can't go anywhere. Oh, alright, well I guess I have to make a new fuse box basically. So this is just going to be as low as I can go, the line that I just made. Actually, technically, do I want this to be a huge vehicle? Not really. I want this to be kind of like the normal size, like a normal car size, except of being ginormous like this. I kind of just want to make it not tiny. Obviously I'll make it huge, not huge, but I'll make it big, but not big enough to the point where it's like there's no point on making it any bigger, or making a vehicle any bigger. Basically what I'm saying is I don't want to make it a semi-truck like this. This looks like a semi-truck if you were to look at it. Like if I put it on a lift, like it's 10 times taller than me. I don't really want that, so maybe having 3x7 wide tires is a bad idea. And maybe I should just completely make a new build. Except of just having the same chassis. Because if I have the same chassis as that, that's going to just make the vehicle as big as this one. So, actually, let me make a fully new chassis and see if that's going to be any wider. So it's going to be probably the same. I keep deleting the thing that I need. It's going to probably be the same. Is this? I would assume this is width, but it's not going to be the same. Or obviously, it's not going to be the same length because it's just going to be probably twice as long. Because it looks like the bed is also 2 cabins long. In the game, probably 1 cabin because it's going to be a school bus if it's 2 cabins long. So having it being that wide, it's probably going to be the chassis. Actually, I think the bumper is as wide as the chassis. So if I go like this and line it up right here to just 1 block off, and then here. Off, and it should be now the new chassis. Let me check that. Well, technically, if you think about it, this would be the chassis and 1 off. So the suspension is on the chassis. Yeah, so it's a hell of a lot bigger than the chassis. Hold up. Just delete 2 off and then boom. And I'm just gonna make a solid block for right now. There's the chassis somewhat for right now. I'm gonna also make suspension wells, and also gaps between it for wiring and all that type of stuff if it were to be real life. And yeah, hopefully this will be good. And I also need the engine mount and all that type of stuff. So how big is the engine on this in this car? So it's about 3 blocks. Yeah, 3 blocks exactly actually. So this needs to be just 3 blocks. So, and it's also going to be a V6. So engine, oop, that's engine off. I just need engine. I kind of want to have either an intake like this, supercharger I guess, or a turbo. This may not be a big thing to obviously think about, but to be honest, what the hell is wrong with this? Well, half of these parts, like, what is happening there? Like this, and also the carburetor right here, that's kind of all messed up. We have these 2 little turbos, or we can make our own turbo. These are 1x1. That does not look like a 1x1. That looks like a 1x2 block. I guess it's a block. Whatever. We'll just use these 2 big ones and we'll make them poking out the top. Basically make a custom engine. So I'm going to need need to get rid. I'm just gonna get rid of everything here, because this is all electronic. Hence, I'm gonna need obviously a block, but what am I gonna use? I don't know. Well, I need this is supercharger. I need a normal intake area, which is, I don't even see the intake. Oh, right here. I'm gonna do it. So this is turbocharger intake. What you do is you put them all in a line across the engine. One goes to one cylinder, the other goes to the other, obviously. Now here's one problem, and one problem only. I'm trying to figure out if it's better to make it a V6. Obviously, the engine, it doesn't matter in the game, but I'm just trying to think statistically on, is a V6 better than a V8 in this case? Do I? Yeah, I can't have that one. Can I have these? I don't know what these are. What is this? V engine. That does not really look like... I'm not even gonna... What? I don't understand what this is. I think this is supposed to be a... motorcycle engine, I guess? I don't really know. I need oil tank, and I'm gonna get these turbos later, and I'm also gonna get all these piping later. I'm also needing a timing, or fan, not a timing fan. And belts and whatnot I'll get later, because I need to make the engine first before I even get the belts. So, checking the other truck real fast. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the engine is at least 4 away from the... Wow, that's a small engine for the game. Okay, so I just put this up. The engine mounts. Whoop, that's not something there. There we go. There we go. There we go. Now let's go neat. Slap a transmission and you have an engine. I wish it was this easy in real life. I guess I'll work on this first for a second. And the oil and like so. And I need to now get the turbos. I'll just get the turbos now. I'll get the turbo intake, the turbo, or whatever this is, supercharger N, but it's gonna work for now. I think the intake is that upside down? Doesn't necessarily matter if an intake is upside down or not. I don't honestly think so. Is there like a way to know? I'll just put... That doesn't really look good. So I'll just put this on top. Or that on bottom, sorry. And, yeah. I think this works. So I think the closer one is meant to be intake, and then the farther one, or the closest to the cabin, would be the exhaust, while the closest to the outside is the intake. And then the intake goes down to the... It's not the carburetor. It's the... What the hell is it? It's the radiator. The turbo goes into the radiator, obviously in the intake phase. And then the radiator goes into the the valve, and then the valve goes into the engine, blah, blah, blah. Then the engine goes out to the exhaust, which goes back into a turbo, and then goes right out to the exhaust of the vehicle. So I think I need to make the exhaust first. And it's just going to be a simple straight pipe out for right now, so it's going to go. Oh, that did not work. And then this just goes straight into the turbo, which is going to be off the roof, or out of the hood, sorry, not off the roof. I don't know what the hell I just said. So it's going to be, let me get a transmission real fast so I don't mess up anything. I need a long transmission, and I'll just replace, what can I replace? I'll replace the steering wheel for right now. What else do I need? I need to just continue making this. I forgot that I have pipes right here. That's perfectly fine for right now. I just need straight, which this does have straight but the wrong one. I just need pipe. Boom, boom. This goes out. This goes up. I think I can just go up one more. And then intake turbo, right? It's gonna be twin turbs. Intake turbo. And then you need the outtake, which I think is just gonna point straight down like so. Wait, is that how it works? It goes, intake gets the, I have to look this up now. I don't want to get this wrong because I want to, or I could also just get one of my old trucks out. Actually, let me get one of my old trucks out and see how it's put together on one of those. So, goodbye, Jeep Wrangler, because I don't need you anymore. I need the, is it this one? Remember, I think, yes, but this is gonna lag my game. So I can't have it out for a second. Actually, no, it's not gonna lag out the game for a while. Why are you not? Oh, yeah, no, never mind, I'm not gonna even have this out. Although that is correct, I'm not going to have that out. I need, where is it? I think, does that have turbos in it? I don't know. Does this have turbos in it? No, this is, I think, the electric. No, it isn't. But, where the hell? That also isn't it. That's a very old vehicle. I remember having a truck. Nope. No, that's old. Wow, this is so hard to find. Why is it so hard to find? No. Does a fire truck have one? I don't even think so. Well, I guess this is, Cadillac has one. This was another thing that I was supposed to, but I kind of made this with Fearcrow, so it kind of did not work. Is this even correct? It actually kind of looks like it. This is also a V6. Wait a minute, I could just steal it off of this. I'm a genius. I could just steal it off of this. But do I want to make a new one? You know what, I'm just gonna steal it off of this because, yeah, that kind of looks bad. And this one is already done. So... Oh, it's the exhaust go... Wait a minute, how does that work? Oh, because the exhaust goes in here and then it turns the turbine. While this one sucks in, it's also turning the turbine that way, which then shoves it into the carburetor, or the radiator, and that goes into the intake, and bada bing, bada boom, combustion, blah, 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 power. And then the exhaust exits the back, because that's just going to go sucking in like that. Okay, that's why. Okay. Now I get it. I need the radiator and all that type of stuff. So I need this. I need the engine itself. I don't think the car needs one, or I don't think that car, this car, needs, please don't delete, okay. Please don't delete that one. Pipe, there we go. And, boom. Right now all that's holding it is the, what's it called, transmission. Which I could even take it off of there, too. Now to get it off the transmission, which all I need to do is delete the center bar. Oh, never mind. Okay, now all I need to do is just this. Oh, why are you on? Oh, that's why, because you're set up to be on always. Turn off. Now just get a free spin, and boom! Free V6 engine. Take you out of here. And now all I need to do is just make sure that this can fit into this configuration without this hunk of junk anymore. How are you floating? Never mind, you're not floating. It's just put you on the ground. Bada bing, bada boom. Pick you up, grab you, put you there. Do I not have the building? I deleted the wrong thing. I don't really need this anymore, and also I deleted the air filter. Boom. Wait, why is there two? Which one looks better? Well, considering that this one is red, I would say that this one looks better, but this one came through the actual mod, so I'm not going to use this one. Other than that, I need this engine. Does it not have any of the... What happened to the engine mounts? Why did the engine mounts fall off? Are the engine mounts a lie? Now I need to get the engine mounts again. Okay, that's fun. Boom. Engine mounts. I don't think... Can I put this on the engine like that? Oh my gosh, I can. That's perfect. Boom. And boom. There we go. So, exhaust and all that type of stuff is all going to be custom because I don't really care how it is on this Jeep. As long as it's obviously realistic. Boom. And then, boom. Where does this need to go? That's actually too wide right now. And I'm going to real fast just... There we go. I'm going to put this engine a wee bit farther than normal. Actually, that's perfect right there. And then just kind of delete the fan location. And I know that the fan is kind of deeper into the chassis than the radiator, which is kind of affecting airflow. But do I really care right now to change that? Not so much. Air filters go on turbo. Never mind, I guess. I could also just move the location on where it gets its air, which obviously is really which I'm just gonna take these pipes. Boom, boom. I know that these would be soft pipes in real life, but it doesn't really matter right now. And slap a. That's gonna be kind of weird to see, but I don't really care. I could always just move it later on if I don't really like it. And boom, 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 boom. Well, actually, I could have this a custom color because this is going to be outside anyway. So there we go. And now just get the transmission mount, which is going to be a normal everyday bracket that literally just sits there on top of the, hopefully, like so. And then this is also just going to be like this, and then like this, and boom. Now all I need is a pipe that is angled at a specific degree. Bada bing, bada boom. Did I already have? No, I didn't. And boom. That's kind of weird. And boom. There we go. It's kind of at a very shallow angle, but considering that the vehicle is going to be this long, it's probably not going to make a difference. So, real fast, I'm going to make the suspension well, which this is obviously just the location on where the suspension will just lay. I'm gonna make it because it doesn't really make a difference in the game. It just makes a difference in realism because you wouldn't have a suspension just attached to the chassis, like dangling like this. You would have it in somewhat of a. It just makes it a wee bit more realistic. It doesn't necessarily make it like 10 times or anything crazy like that. And then I could also put like a wee bit of detail like that, kind of making it look a little bit more aesthetically pleasing in some way. And I could also just wedge this all up, and then it would look a little bit better, like I did with another vehicle a long time ago. At this point, the exhaust can just go one out and then straight down, like so. And then it's just gonna go straight down into over yonder. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Pipe, pipe. Boom, boom, and then it's just gonna meet up over here where the transmission, or not transmission, the distributor is, and it should not really make a difference. Which the distributor is not really a distributor, it is just this. Maybe I can find one that looks a little bit better. Not really. I mean, I could use this, but it's an engine of its own and it kind of would look stupid in a way. Although, I guess if you hide it really well, it's not going to necessarily be seen and it's just going to look like a distributor. But I really don't know. I really don't know. At this point, as you guys can tell, I don't know. I'm thinking about just slapping this together real fast as my normal. I took that out in the wrong way. Like this. I think I'm just gonna make this as I would normally with a car. and take it from there later if I have to. I just got a message. Come on, why did you message me on Xbox? I don't want to look. It crashes my monitor because I have a laptop and it just crashes my monitor. So now I have to sit here through it doing its little do you have an HDMI connected by any chance? Why is this lifted? Why are you... I don't want to ask. That is a very... Why did I just make this super wide? Why am I always messing up? Boom. 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 And then skadit. And then just make this a little bit longer so I know that it's gonna work. And bada-bing, bada-bing. Now I don't need to worry about anything. So this distributor just goes right here like so. And then which one is this the main? Is this? Yes, it is. Right. And I don't have bearings. Bearing. The small one. There's one side, and then there is another side. I'm not going to really do that right now. I'm just going to wait. Where is... Alright, so this just needs to be like... Alright. So this needs to stay here, and then I can do this like so. And these are just for access points, so you can access specific wires and all that type of stuff throughout the chassis, or in this case, just kind of mess around with the mess around with the stuff inside of the vehicle if needed. Like, let's just say I have to rip up the floorboard for whatever reason, I can actually see these stuff right there. And I'm also going to take out these as well, although I am actually going to do that and make this too wide so it's not flimsy, and then I'll just real fast make a quick swap over to... Is this big or is this small? This is the big one, this is the small one. So there, and then I need this. Boom. There we go. This is going to not ram into that, so I could just have these straight pipes for right now, bigger, and then do this. No, I can't have that right now. I have to have a straight pipe until right here where I can put the mufflers, and then hopefully that is, because I don't know if they're too close to the distributor that this is going to bend and hit up there. This is kind of a long thing. I could always just make... If this doesn't look realistic to the point where, yeah, it doesn't, but also it does in a way, because obviously this is all going to be hidden anyway, so I don't need to put this too in depth. I'm already putting it really in depth with having the joints like this. Now I just need a muffler. Hopefully that these are not... Ooh, this game, or this mod, is just well, now I can actually just do that for right now, make it a very small pipe, and then make it expand, basically making it even louder, kind of like what I already did. But that was going to be a little bit better because technically I don't need to worry about, what's it called? Expanding it. There we go. And now it's just going to be small pipe all the way until the muffler, which actually I am going to make a real fast point right here of where the muffler can just have another joint so it does not break. And there we go. Make this go a little bit longer. Oop, not like that. Like this. And then muffler. I'm messing with every single button. Boom. Boom. Dual muffler. And I think I should just end it with doing a little bit of this. I know that this is not necessarily correct because of multiple reasons, but I'm just gonna do it because of my reasons. And now I'm just gonna expand it, which is just gonna make it a little wee bit louder. When I say a wee bit, I mean quite much louder. Well, then again, considering that it's a straight pipe, I guess it's not going to help at all with much of anything. Because all it is just, the only thing that is just making it a wee bit less noisy is the muffler, which I think I should have 2 sets of it, or I could just put these together and then it would be counted as one, and what it would do is this one will just go through this one and then it goes into the next, and then this one does the vice versa going into that one, and basically you just, what it does is it makes the right one come out of the left and the left one come out of the right in a way. So it's kind of like, obviously that's not in real life, I don't think, but it just kind of helps with making it quieter. Obviously, again, this is all just my choice. It's not anything that the game actually has. Like, it doesn't matter if you have a, it doesn't even matter if you have an exhaust or not. Another exhaust well, just because I kind of need it. Or exhaust, or not exhaust, suspension thingamajiggy. I even forgot what it was, and I was the one that kind of made it up. Is it right here? Yes, it is. How long have I been streaming for? If I've been over an hour, I may just admit. Imagine it's only like 20 minutes. 57 minutes. I'll just leave it off right here. So right now, all I'm going to say is that if you guys want to obviously help out with this a little bit, obviously you can pick out what color it is going to be. Also, if it's going to do, like, what type of engine it should have. Obviously, I already threw in an engine, but I could always change it if I need to. Also, if it's going to be sport, if it's going to be off-road, all that type of stuff. And, really, if I should just shove it onto the workshop, if everyone actually kind of wants it, or anything like that. If anyone kind of wants it, not everyone. But, at this point, I think it's coming out pretty gosh darn well. With the chassis and all that type of stuff all mapped out. You have the engine that we stole off another vehicle that I made. And, yeah. Right now, I'm just trying to figure out if it would be a best idea to... I'm trying to figure out if it's the best idea if I should make the Wrangler video and then this again, or if I should just straight up do a different video. So if you guys want to have a video suggestion, obviously put it down in the comments as well, or join my Discord and obviously put it down in polls or something like that. And yeah, there's a new RP server that you are allowed to join. It's Asapple Roleplay, and we just got a new server, so at this point in time we just kind of moved over to the new server. So if you guys want to invite, join down in my main server, which is the Mr. Pieman YouTube server. It's also going to be on the socials. I'm gonna real fast update the ending card, and then yeah, if you guys obviously like the video, please like and subscribe, or if you did not like the video, you're free to always unsubscribe and obviously dislike. I only make content for you guys to enjoy, or hopefully enjoy. And yeah, at this point in time, I'm Mr. Pieman.